This is Robideau, pastor at Valley Baptist Temple in Fairlawn, Ohio, here with today's Bible Moment. It is Monday, November 13th, and we're looking forward to a start for a good week. And I want to look at this week's memory verse. Our memory verse as a church is Romans 8, verse 31. And this month, our theme is spiritual warfare. And this fits right in with it. We see the victory. Romans 8, verse 31, it says, "What shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us?" Again, it says, "What shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us?" If God be for us, who can be against us? What a great victorious battle cry we see. If God be for us, who can be against us? My thoughts go back to 2 Kings chapter 1. I love some of these Old Testament stories that talk about the power of God. In 2 Kings chapter 1, we see Elijah sitting up on a hill. And there is a messenger that comes to the king. It's not just a messenger, but it is a soldier. And he comes with his soldiers, a group of soldiers, and they demand that he comes down. And here is this lone man of God up on top of a hill. They're demanding that he come down and be brought to the king. Obviously, they're coming with force because they expect to execute him and kill him. And here we see Elijah all alone. Where is he? We see that God gives him the power and he calls down fire from heaven. And we see him end up bringing to their knees group after group of these soldiers. And we see the power of God. He was not alone. He had God on his side. And we see here in this passage again in verse 31, if God be for us, who can be against us? And for Elijah, the answer was none of those soldiers, not 300 soldiers, none of them could be against him. He was victorious because he had God on his side. And as you look at your day today, as you look at your week ahead, it's a Monday, I'm sure there are some overwhelming things, some trials, some difficulties, some people that you know you're going to have to deal with. And you look at that and you say, man, that's overwhelming. There's a lot I have to do. But I say unto you, as we see here, if God be for us, who can be against us? Whatever Satan throws at us this week, we know that we can be victorious in the spiritual battle because God is with us. May you walk in the power of the Holy Spirit this week, and you will find victory because God is with us and no one can be against us. That's today's Bible Moment.